Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. It's understood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. I feel it all. I feel it all. I'm feeling numb. I'm feeling numb. I lost my soul. It's on the run. I need a spot. I need a spot. I need some fun. I need that fun. I'm in the dark. Like what's to come? It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. Understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It's me versus me. It's you and I. The time is now. It's do or die. I chose my path. No choosing sides. I'll take what comes. Hit for the ride. That guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Need the holy water, get baptized. Yeah, I'm that guy. No more time for the bad guy. Never going back to the bad side. Need the holy water, get baptized. I'm that guy. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. Understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone.
Check. Uno, dos. Check. Is this thing though? Is this working? You get something? Are you getting it? Well, don't yell at me, damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lord. Today's your Lord's Day. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Is this thing on now? Damn it, son. I'm just trying to get your microphone. Why do you keep calling me Sean? My name's not Sean. Kunta. What you gonna do? Sorry, Sean. What I thought. Is it time?
For those of you that haven't hit that like button, I'm seriously
Buenos tardes, mis compadres, mis perrocitos. Welcome everyone, Late Night Crypto. Taking a look at, might take a look at some gaming coins. Look like they're kind of moving a little bit, looking a little bit interesting. First, we got to take a little bit of a look at Bitcoin because, well, it's the start of a fresh new week here, and it looked good. We come over to the weekly. We're above the 9 moving average on the weekly, so right off the bat, I can't say a dang thing bad about this because it's right where I want to be. That's the sweet spot, above that 9 moving average. Now, 9 moving average is coming in at 65,700-ish. It would suck to go back there for some people, but it's a possibility. It doesn't mean it has to happen, but man, oh man, mama, oh mama. The weekly looks pretty nice to me. The Ichimoku cloud over here, that little green thing over here, it's kind of bigger. Not liking that so much. I need to see her kind of really thin out or something. You know, we could be looking at something nice, but still kind of a little sideways. So we're not out of the woods yet. Now, if we come down to the 3-day, it gets a little bit more interesting. The closer we are to this cloud, not so great, but you know, we're still above the 9 moving average, so good. Overall, the bigger time frames look good. The only one that looks scary is the monthly. You know, especially if you're over here looking at Market Cipher, you see stochastics are extended, and you got the dreaded red dot that rarely comes up, spelling imminent doom. It can, doesn't have to. It could also cancel out too. So we're not quite scared yet. Just got to keep an open eye on the 2-week. Notice money flow is coming in. 2-week, we're above the 9 moving average, man. Nowhere near this red cloud that would spell doom and gloom to me on the 2-week. We're good. For a little while, we're good. And so let's come now to the daily, because kind of established that the weekly look a little interesting and okay. I'm going to take this trend line from candle bodies to candle bodies. We had it on the weekly and it looked a little different, but doing it, tightening it up on whatever time frame that we're looking at here. And man, if it's really nice for a retest right here, it can always break back below it. We don't want that to happen, but it can. But it can also be the start if it can regain the 9 moving average on the daily. That means we need to bounce off of this area. The 21 moving average is right there on the daily as well. There's some good signs that we might be getting ready to do that. Look at the stochastics RSI here. I've got it on Market Cipher. It may not look like the one you got on yours. I just don't have room for all of it, so I just, you know, use Market Cipher. It has about 5 things all squished together. Just use it. You know, it's one of those cool indicators you can kind of look at a glance and get a gist of what's going on, rather than have to pick everything apart, drag out your calculator, and you know, miss what's going on. So stochastics have bottomed out, man, and now they're on their way up, so we like that. That's a good sign. That's like when you're starting to step on the gas at the stoplight and you're starting to get your momentum up before you start whizzing past that 35-mile-an-hour speed limit and then get pulled over and quoted for 65 and a 35 or something crazy as it starts reaching up here. Because just you know, try to obey the speed limit. Unless you're Bitcoin, then I say pedal to the metal, my friend. Let's rock and roll. I think you can outrun the cops on this one, Bitcoin. You've already outran Congress and governments around the world. I think you're pretty safe. Here we go. So shout out to everybody that's hanging out with me tonight. Bitcoin's looking cool. We're going to take a look at some altcoins. And I see DP. We got Mr. Miles. Says Casper is on fire today. Casper just hit 15 cents again. Did it? Yeah, baby. Yeah. Man, I'm getting closer to becoming I can't yet say I'm a Casper maxi just yet, but the opinion is really swinging for me the more and more that I find out about this coin. I posted a video that I lifted, you know, it's a link to YouTube, a video, very good videos out on YouTube. Not mine, but I posted a link to it over in our was it Road Dog Lounge? Probably need to throw those links out here in the chat for anybody that's not part of this. We got the where are we? Quit saying the sorry. Telegram links and chart room. The chart room is a maze of information. It's the best way I can describe it. So I put those links down there, and I put it in the lounge and over into the media action area, but it's a video about game theory. It says game theory Casper, but now it also talks about money in general, some things you need to know about just how money works and what it is. And then also Bitcoin, because Bitcoin solved that problem. And it's game theory is really interesting. That's the first time I've heard about it, but I never really delved into what it is, and that's, I find it fascinating. It's easy to understand. It's a little quadrant theory as far as we're going here. And yeah, and then you see what Casper can do too, and it will make you definitely seriously think about getting a bigger bag of it just based on what you can learn from that. So I'm not going to proselytize, can't say that word, but Casper, baby. Time to break out the champagne, says Mr. Mars. Now make sure you don't mute yourself in the last second. Yeah, hopefully we're still going here. There's a fine line between genius and stupidity. I licked it. I liked it too, but mostly on the stupidity side of the line. Well, that's the sweet spot. Hey, Jason. Welcome to the channel, my man. There's Celinda. API 3 broke out. YGG looks good. Yeah, I haven't actually looked at the chart. I was looking through my screener, and that's on my list of ones to look at. Yeah. So I think we're starting to see a little bit of movement in the game, and might be the first parts of it. So, and that's the thing, you know, they get hot and then they're not. And if they get hot and go up and we don't take our profits on them, we get to ride them down when they're forgotten about until they start getting hot again. And maybe it's cool if it, you know, you're making more money, or it's cool if you can just buy them when they're not hot though, right? Think about the sectors before they do get hot, and we got to kind of keep that thing in mind too if you're trying to, you know, get into some good swing trades and things like that. Just try to catch them before they all start getting that narrative. Looking for those kind of bottomish areas. So Bitcoinio. I'm about done with Bitcoinio. Got to take a look at the indices. Now they're a little bit kind of still bearish for altcoins. Now I've still got this trend line here with the can from the bodies. It seems to be is holding or flirting with, but it's this red line here. What is that at? What does it say? 663, about $664 billion. We need to hold that. We don't need to lose that. So in the bigger picture, we're kind of like in this megaphone pattern where we can bounce off the bottom, and then, I mean, altcoin total 3, the money coming to altcoins could just be huge. I mean, I got this as a resistance, but if I get that out of the way until we actually need it, kind of opens up the door a little bit. But we just need to see a good bounce, and I don't know if we're going to come down and touch this trend line again, or if we can just bounce off of this area that we're at. We need to. Total 3 down here this also represents altcoins. Did what I said it might do, but I didn't want it to do, where it just kind of rides this leg down. Look, there's a shoulder, head on the shoulder. Why are you making fun of that? Shh. Was it this thing that I called to go up just? No, I think it was a token that did that. Well, that's funny. So we just lost a nice little area right here on total 3. That's not great for us, but we got a little wiggle room. I want to see us bounce and come off of that, but So altcoins in general, I'm not seeing anything that's saying, oh, I'm ready to just rock their world, but Bitcoin might have something coming though. Bitcoin dominance is starting to get this little reversal pattern going on that we lovingly call a potential, because we're nowhere near claiming it. It's not claimed until we get something called a neckline, but yeah, see these on the bottom like they're supposed to be, instead of, you know, you know, top pattern at a bottom. Because that's just silly. But see, the price has something to fall, and it has a way to reverse, and that's a reversal pattern. So we're looking for it maybe to confirm. The biggest thing is to break back in above this trend line, and then Bitcoin dominance could just shoot off and just kill our altcoins, but Bitcoin would look good. So that's what I've been afraid of for a while. There's still that possibility of a rejection there, and just count that out. I don't see it happening, but what do I know? I want to say that because Bitcoin's dominance is still at a very high level. This is its highest high that we've seen in a long time. We're just down a little bit. Hadn't even really, you know, I don't think we've made a lower low on this yet. So technically, she's kind of bullish. She might steal the show from her altcoins. That's all I'm saying. Well, Notcoin. I guess she's popping up again. But let's take a look at Caspa. Kick off the night with take a look at Caspa because we got to celebrate. If you're in Caspa, a nice little bump up to the targets that we've been hoping for. Like about inverted solar. And it was. It did actually. Is this not the chart that we had this on? Or did we take it off of this so we can see the charts better? I don't need to draw it. I just like to draw that trend line though, because it's still there. Came back, tested it for support, which they often do. I see a lot of people when they play that or when they talk about them and you know it kind of starts flagging out, they kind of forget that, hey man, we just broke out of a pattern we should come back to and test for support. You can't see what I'm talking about. Shoulder, head and shoulder, just in case somebody's not familiar with this idea. And this is supposed to be what they call the neckline. And this is Kilroy. That's how I've always looked at him. Kilroy, cross-eyed Kilroy right there. See? So Caspa easing toward our measure move target at 1625. Now that measure move was from, I don't think, was it from this? I really should have labeled that. No. I think it was from our bigger idea. Anyway, we'll take one for that. Because, hey man, why not? Put it right at the break. Oh, that was it. I just didn't measure a rider from the right spot. Candle bodies. One there. Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure that was that one because the other one we have would be a little bit. Should be a lot more iffy. And where would that be? About 7, just right under 17. So yeah, we got a measure move target, still waiting for it to get hit, and it looks like we're headed up that way. Let's get some of this nastiness off of here. Haha. I didn't understand. All right, that's the bathroom wall pattern too. So identified this trend line here as our master trend line. I guess we were on the 6 hour. We're probably on a 4 hour. I'll go to a 4 hour now. That's what we usually talk about. Don't need this guy anymore because, hey. So this was our first trend line there. And now we're deviating. We did this little number. Fell below that. Okay. Okay, she is not out of the woods just yet. But man, right on the cusp of it. We can keep above this price line. That'd be a strong move. That would be cool. If not, we might come down and flirt with, well, at least whatever this was, 14.4. Don't want to see that, but can you? Oh, are you Yeah, are you going to keep it? It looks like she is up there, just as trend line for this time frame, and yeah, she's reclaimed that. And also has opened a candle right there, right? Yeah, I'll count that. Yeah, that works for me, man. She opened a candle, but that's bullish. So it looks like she's jumped the line here. So that means that this was like, essentially, we would look at it as a bear trap, even though it just went, you know, basically sideways and did nothing. So cool. A lot of noise on this chart, though, man. A lot of noise. It's probably easier to look at it on the daily than anything. A lot less noise. Daily. 8 hour looks. I want to get rid of this trend line, or it's not necessary at the moment. So now we can at least take into account this as being our new line in the sand, basically. We give it a little bit of wiggle room and just kind of let Caspa establish her new trend here. Working our way up to higher highs. Go make me some money, baby! Loving buying some of that Caspa. Mr. Miles says, once I understood it, I got that same feeling when I first understood Bitcoin. Yeah, that's never happened with any other coin. You are correct, sir. That is the exact same thing, yeah. You remember how they used to say Litecoin could be the silver and Bitcoin's gold? Well, Caspa could be it, and maybe Bitcoin over to Caspa, for all we know. Wouldn't that be the best way to transact in Bitcoin on Caspa? That's just an idea. But it's not just that. It can. You need to check out those videos, man. And my miners are working, but I'm still having some problems. I think it's my Ethernet thing where I run it through electricity. Some reason that is being an issue now, so I have to have it straight to a router and the miners will work, and that sucks because that puts them in the living room upstairs. Good thing those things are quiet. So we got a channel going on to identify that, and it's definitely within reason. The candle could go just straight up and touch the top of that channel, so hit our measure move. I like that. Charted against Bitcoin. How is it doing against Bitcoin? That is really the test against your altcoins. Whenever you look at an altcoin, we're so used to looking at them in Tether and the dollar. It makes it convenient, that unit of account. But if a lot of times Bitcoin is outperforming coins, and there's very few that outperform Bitcoin, and those are the ones that you need to be in. Where? Oh, there we go. Cast my Bitcoin, and here it is on KuCoin. And let's see how she's looking. She's gaining on Bitcoin. And that's what you want with a coin that you get in. You want it to progress against Bitcoin. Take a look at, let's say, the silver to Bitcoin's gold. The original OG silver to Bitcoin's gold. Comparison. We have to go to the monthly to get a bigger scheme of it. This is how it has compared to Bitcoin over time. You might say she's got a little bit of a, well, no, this is against the dollar. Oh, my bad. Zoom out. This is how it is done against Bitcoin. This was back in 2019 right here. Yeah. Yeah, big difference between that's not what you really want to see out of your coins. Here it is over on CoinEx. So on the daily, this is our big major line. So Let's color that guy red for resistance and make him big and fat. So, like what we've seen on, was it Casper? What Casper's trying to do on the dollar, right? On that trend line, if it can get up and get above here, close some candles here, that would be awesome. And then I'm at a conundrum. Do I want to sell my Casper into Bitcoin, or do I want to just keep holding on to Casper? Tighten it up, tighten it up, get that angle. The angle to the dangle. Puts a jingle in my jangle. What the hell is he talking about? And we got a 618 area up here. What is that? Is that 285 sats? 287 satoshis. That's for, yeah, I believe so. 287 sats. We're sitting at, where are we now? So one Caspa is 217 satoshis. Oh my gosh, what have I been missing out on, dude? I had never really seriously thought about trading Caspa against Bitcoin. I'm not even sure if the exchange has that pair, but I have traded other little coins back before I learned how to, you know, do TA and stuff. It was all a little numbers thing, and all these little low sat coins. There was a cool, you know, the only strategy that worked for me was to play with them, and you could make some multiple X's with them, especially when they ranged out. On another, when they caught a tear and actually gained and actually grew some Bitcoin pretty well that way. Then I thought I figured it all out, and then I lost my 10 Bitcoin eventually. So, here on the daily, man, she's getting up in the green, man. Everything's looking good. Caspa's getting ready to rip against Bitcoin. So, coolio. We got a nice little trend line, and it's deviating from it, getting ready to start shooting up, possibly a nice little parabolic run there. So I can see that it might recover that, and if so, then it would be a strong move. So that's the big thing. Cool. Look at the throng. So Linda says, can you look at GFI? Let's take a look at GFI. Okay, cool. So we bounced off the trend line, the channel that we were in. This is kind of the same thing I was following with Bitcoin. The channel idea broke out, came back, retested twice. That's kind of, it held. That's good. Oh, this is kind of scary where it came before. This is, I don't think that's valid anymore, is it? Oh, it was this. Was it this angle? Okay, so we were testing out that angle. Well, I don't know if it's just resistant now though. But it's because she had to bounce off of that, so it looks, she'll probably struggle here for a little bit. Let's see what our moving averages look like. That's fairly kosher. That's just making a little bit of a bounce back. Should see her come back and start retesting these areas around, oh, just right under $4. It may struggle through there a little bit. That's been a place for it to be a hiccup. But so far so good. It's going to take a little time. We do have the other targets still waiting for 475 and even 611. And right under $7. Should be a nice one. So the overall pattern is still a megaphone. She's off the bottom. We hope she doesn't come back down to the bottom. That's always a possibility. But that's why we also just took that bottom and kept that angle and got a channel that it respects, needs to respect very well. I think she's all right. At a good spot, possibly, to get in a position or add to a position, though, on the daily. Let's take a look at it on the 4 hour. 4 hours below the 200 moving average, so technically we're bearish or not in the greatest light. Got a little something going on here. So below the 200 moving average, yet above the 9, which is the first steps to recovery from that bad move. So it may take it a little while. That kind of just spells out where we're talking about the little struggle. It just kind of spells out in detail. That's why the 200 moving average here has a little bit of weight holding it down, but she's looking like she's going to recover. Take a look at one I haven't looked at in a while. It is a gaming coin called Celr, and I've still got my bag. It's moon bagged. Ooh, she's down. Oh, she's down in the dumps. The dumps. She did not complete. She did not confirm, and this is why. This is what we wanted to see, is amounts here, and confirm that it did not happen. She never did make it up there. And I think that's orange. That should be a short box that we had. I can't remember exactly. It's been a while since we looked at this, but now we lost this main line right there. Retested it bearishly, and I don't know when I do that. But that's what she did, bearish retest. So is you ready to be looked at now? She's got some more downside to do on this one. It's not really worth trying to jump in on this one right now, in my personal opinion. She could also come down here, though. Anyone is interested in it. I'm curious about this with that. That's an makes me wonder if this might go back and go back into some kind of accumulation again. Don't want to see that. Okay, we'll get off of this one. Go to it. It's a little bit more fun. This one's been moving. We've talked about this one before on the show, and actually I got the airdrop for it was Dimension. And now's her time, baby. Now she did not come all the way back to my little line there, which it's not colored, so I'm not sure how I got it. Should be a Fibonacci. Oh, 786. Okay. And she did not touch it, and all we had to go by was these lines there, the wick and wick. I take that as a good sign so far. If she can keep going and get past this, what, 352? Then maybe she can confirm a breakout of this channel idea, and at least get up to a measure move area for this channel. Takes it up to this 382 area. Whereas I need now. Switch my game around, swing high to swing low, tell me where price is going to go. So that'd be the 0.5 area on this Fibonacci pool, and I'd also look at the 618 area, which is about $6.30. 628 is what I got marked there. If she gets a breakout, so that looks kind of cool. The Schmal says, not sure if you know, but Casper literally translates into silver in ancient Hebrew. No, I did not know that. I'm just so damn excited. I feel like a high school girl in love. I'm all giggly and want to talk about my crush, says Mr. Miles about Casper. Jenny? Oh, that song's not on yet. Disclosure Crypto, Gary. Okay, let's take a look at Gary. I looked at it last night. I don't know if you caught the stream, but I remembered that I told you I was going to write it down, so I had to go over it last night too. I don't remember anything outstanding about it though. Let's take a look at it here. I'm on the daily chart, and she's just kind of hanging in there. What she's got going for it is that the 9 moving average has crossed over the 21. As long as it stays above it, that's good. It looks like she's in danger of crossing unless we get some more buying pressure to come in. So that was a bigger idea of possibilities there, but looks like she's liking this area. So 0.2 cents, it might come back and retest. It doesn't have to come back and retest that area. In this particular local pattern that we're in, which, man, this thing is kind of noisy. I don't know if I would even look at that as a local pattern, though, to be honest with you. Look at some of the noise off of here from some of these previous trend lines. Oops, not that one. Need that one. So that's our last bottom there. This was our major trend line. That's where we had that. Okay, that's what we had in there. Bearish retest of the underside of it. So from here, yeah, I'm pretty much looking at the next point, which would be here, or I can also start a line downward from here. And that lines up really nice with those two touches there. As an order of operations that you can apply. Anyone interested, ask questions, otherwise I'll never reveal my secrets. And that's a possible trend there. Okay, those are angles are matched up, so we can pull that up to some wicks there and that'll be valid. So it looks like she's finding a nice little area right here. What is that? 2.1, 2.2 cents. Liking that. And hopefully if that holds, then she can reclaim their moving averages. See price reclaim that, and we can start making a comeback. Getting above this area right here with that 2.8 cents. We need to get past that. Where she lost it. She found it here and solidified it, and then she lost it, gave it up. We can get that back. Once that happens, it should start turning around a little bit better. Here's a coin called Noex. We looked at this one before. Oh, looky. Well, she didn't do what I thought, because rarely ever does when I actually try to draw things out like that. She's always got something else going on. So let's get some of these things moved over here. Said this little guy didn't quite get hit because you suck, road dog, you suck. There's a 618 of some variation. Why she is yellow. That should be a nice area where we can look. We may have found the bottom for this little guy, but there's still some congestion here with this trend line that we can probably extend out on Noex. But she's at an area. It might be interesting. I just thought I saw something. On my screener. I think it's on this. It must have been on a smaller time frame. Oh no, that's what it was. On the smaller time frame, she was looking good. So therefore, I put her on my list to look at. So she looked like she was doing something like this. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting. And it does. Like if you're so convinced that this is the very bottom, I'm going to nail the bottom. It's a high, you know. I'm going to say I think it could be, but is it worth it on this coin? It's a gaming play, but the conservative person would wait a little bit, make sure you get some higher highs and higher lows, and the trend is confirmed. But the little degen in me that likes to look for little things like that, and I did not do it. I am not in it, and I'm not suggesting anybody does it, but that's what caught my attention in the first place. Alice seems to be on a freaking tear. Alice was $1.29 just a few days ago, and she shot up to 217 and hanging at 189 right now. Alice is one of my neighbor Alice gaming coins. Wow, talk about a last year's gaming coin getting a nice little boost there. But I mean, look what she's been through though, right? It's not like she hasn't been here at $2 before and disappointed everybody when she came down to 64 cents. But if you were looking at it at 64 cents, or even after she broke this trend line, had guts enough to try to make that play, which this one wasn't even on my radar, around $1. Woo, baby. She got a nice move. She did perfect. This is the main trend line from what? Got a lot of these, man. So at this point in the market, at this point in the game with these altcoins, I find that this is the pattern that you want to be trying to play right now, looking on the bigger thing on you, because she can just kind of point you to some more gains. She's at least got to come up here and wrestle with this top area. If she starts falling short there, then this may be over, but she's got a really good shot at coming up to these crazy highs. Which you will hear me say, I know it sounds crazy right now, but one day we look back and it's like, gosh darn it, it did go up there. I know. And then pretty soon you're like, why should I even doubt you sometimes? I should just lean more that you're probably going to do what you say you're supposed to do. So she's getting a little direction off a 786 Fibonacci and pulling back to a 618-ish. So from 213 to 189. Getting a little, showing a little weakness there. But look at this. Look at this. The money flow. Might she be getting ready to turn green? I mean, it could roll over. Are you rolling over? I don't see it rolling over. There's a little curve there. We want to see it flip up and turn green. If it turns green, and it'll turn green down here too. Money flows goes in the green, man. Trading gets a whole lot easier for number go up. So for the VMC or Market Cipher, whichever version that you may or may not have, that and the stochastics are some of the biggest things I look at on that. I think it's probably the two biggest takeaways. But the 200 moving average on Alice, I'm not in this one, but she looks good for if you're a bottom feeder, which I am. I mean, it's still find some places to get in on this since we're in this big bottom territory. And got a little something going on, man. A 257, 258 could be coming into play here. Rising Sun says ACH. If I missed a coin that you asked for earlier, if you can just type it back in, please, I will see it and I'll get to it. Otherwise, I might not pick it out. Oh man, I got lazy and did not draw lines. You suck, Road Dog. You suck. So should I go back and draw my lines? There should be a line there, you little lazy bum. Should be a line there, you little lazy bum. A little line there, you little lazy bum. Let's get the original lines. You never use a fib. When did I pull you? Well, we got to go by this one now. Because this will show us the toppy tops, not the bottomy bottoms. I don't even like what I'm doing here. I said that we're in a bigger channel. I'm just going to clear out. I screwed myself up there. Daily looks nice. Nice double bottom that looks like it confirmed and then like lost it. Could have been a cup and handle. It actually could be. Biggest thing I'd look for though is that bottom trend line, which is right there, and caught that wick, and now we didn't quite make it down there. We bounced off a 200 moving average. Those are all really good signs to me. I'm seeing some good things here. 100's confidently above that 200 moving average, and we hadn't even talked about the butt crack and all that stuff yet. I guess we could move on to the butt crack. I mean, technically it would be a tilted kind of butt crack, wouldn't it, for our trend line? We wanted to do the old measure move. Which Because there's a long range target, maybe long range, about 9.5 cents is a big boy target to hope to shoot for. We'll mark the guys a measure move. See what else the charts will reveal. Got a nice little double bottom there, just saw. 786 guy, huh? Are you really? Yeah, 786er. There's a 786er. Yuffum Law. She's a 786er. No, man, I don't need that on there. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I need the mid lines. I ain't got room for it. I'm taking you off.
Turn up for the night. Real thing, she's no average girl. Too fine, oh she might. She's so damn fine. I just wanna call on you. Money just fall on you. Another thing I won't do. Ooh yeah. I just wanna call on you. Let me do it all for you. Can't nobody ball on you. Ooh yeah. She the girl in my visions. Now that I found you, I'm feeling for all your attention. Yeah. Hope you don't mind if I give you a tour of my mansion. Yeah. All of this for you, babe. Nothing I won't do, babe. Weak for your love. Everywhere we go, they be alright. Yeah. Can't help it with your body. Just wanna make you happy. I just wanna call on you. Money just fall on.
So top of the trend line, even though it's kind of makeshift, but it touches here and also touches nice there. So maybe a little bit of resistance. So that might just be a shorter term target if that plays into your strategy, about 5 cents. So looking at 6.3 cents and right around here. 6.8. These areas might be a place where it gets a nicer little pullback, probably to come back to these little areas at the top around 5 cents, 5 to lower 5s. So she might get a breakout through here, and that's what we would hope, a breakout, a retest, and then try to start making stair-stepping her way up. So what we hope, but what you might also see is something more like, I don't know, she might get rejected and flag down a little bit too. So ACH overall looking good. Just still consolidating a little bit. I guess you look on the 4-hour time frame and see what she says. Looks like it's below the 200 on the. No, she's got the 200. She just regained it. Cool. Or has regained it. Okay, and respecting it. The moving averages look good here, so. Not really got our trend established yet, though. I mean, there was a strong one there. Now we got to figure out what's going on. So, best she's looking at is horizontal. Need something better than that. So right now she's doing this, and she needs to. This needs to be a continuation box. So we want to. It's okay to zigzag around here for a little bit. We need to see her break out and go up. Because if she loses this, we don't lose this. Everything we shouldn't. Although I definitely don't want to. If we do, then we're looking down here again. Is Celr ever going to make a move? Hey, Disclosure, how's it going? And Celr. Still in a range, looks like, above a 618. Alright, all this stuff is old to me and I don't remember anything. So take a fresh look at Celr. Ooh, it's like a witch's hat. It's a lot like a witch's hat. That's crazy. Debit bottom. Double bum if you're from the UK. Does that work? Cut through some candles there. Does it work on the other side? Ironically, it does. Okay. Yeah, I'll still roll with that. I might change it later. So still basically in the channel, and ooh, for a local pattern, that's kind of cool. I like that. So the local pattern is a megaphone. So it does look like she wants to come back and test the bottom of this trend line area right there, and maybe even touch down to that 100 moving average. I wouldn't put it out the question. I'm on a 3-day chart here because if I connect those wicks, and it looks like there was some kind of trend line there that we lost. Let's see what it says on the 4-hour. I guess that works. It does work, but it's still had got a lower low. In fact, she bounced off of there so far, so she might be having support right here. That would be cool. What's that, a 0.5 bounce? Put this one on the radar. Sometimes it just likes it. So some of these have been under the 4-hour 200 moving average. Several of them that we looked at tonight have been a little bit on the, well, they're definitely on the bear side on this time frame. The altcoin market is still looking a little bit iffy. Positives, I got 100 above the 200. It's all we need to kind of help pull us back up a little bit. Stochastics are up high, so woo. But your RSI is kind of low. So then I would not worry about the stochastics as much. We can get pinned up there and the RSI can start making a move. So I think it's got a good chance to come back and retest that 200 moving average area, and possibly even that 100. Sometimes you'll see it, you know, wick up through there too when she goes back for a retest like that. So yeah, she might actually start moving a little bit more positive right now. And oh, I'm sure this was a is there a neckline? Is there a neckline? Only if you stretch it all the way down here and count that, or it failed. But she didn't negate this original thought technically, because she didn't come by below here. If price were to fall below here, this whole idea that may or may not be playing out of a inverted head and shoulders, it's still in play technically. I'm not crazy about the neckline, but it might work. Price came down into it, so therefore it has something to reverse out of. So we're, yeah. Let's see if that plays. Oh, no problem, Sunday. So if gaming coins are moving, let's take a look at Myria. We used to look at that one. I haven't looked at it in a while, and I'm not sure that I'm in it anymore. This one just kind of got lame for me. Yeah, we even have a trade set up here that eventually got stopped out. But at least it was one of those buy the breakout kind of buy high and sell higher, which I don't like. Look at that beautiful cup and handle to the upside. What happened to the cup and handle? That actually could have been one too, for real, because price actually went up to it and it's nice rounded shape. That one could have. And the first sign is look for a pullback below 30. They say 66%, which is right around the 618. And her first stop was there. Then she came on down past it and kind of like, oh, does it count? Does it not? Does it count? I'm sure if it bounced off there, so I guess it counted. I guess it did in the long run. Even a nicely forming cup and handle, which that's what it would kind of look like. It gets suspect when coming down this low, though. But even that wouldn't. Even that one didn't play out. And when you find a really nice one that fits the rules, which this one kind of fits within them from what I can see. I mean, it's supposed to be one of the best performing patterns out there, according to Thomas Bukowski. If they meet the criteria, it's just that some people are very lax with their criteria or teaching. And I don't even think this is really being discussed. What's so great about a cup and handle? It's just cup and handle to the upside. You know, well, what's so special about it? Still the upside. But can you tell me what's happening in the pattern to make it so bullish? Still the upside. So I'm not trying to give a cup and handle lecture, but it's supposed to be a slow accumulation. That's the whole point about it. And you can see cups and handles. Technically, you see them. A lot of cups are rounded shapes within a major one that's forming out. And best to find them on larger time frames, but still, tis not. But it did establish a trend line here. Look, we got a cup in it. No, we don't. we got a series of higher highs and higher lows. That's what we had. And even now. Cool. That's not the line I was trying to draw there. So I think just like Celr that we just looked at, this one so far has found support without making a lower low. That's going to be a good sign, people. Unless it does this. Wouldn't expect that. Wouldn't have very far to go. I would expect a little resistance from Myria along this trend line, though, and it's got to reclaim 200 moving average. Not quite saying the very early stages that she's getting ready to pop. She's still got a little bit more accumulation to go, but if she does pop, we could be looking at back up here to our 11 cent area, which would be a 2x. PYR is another gaming one. We'll follow here on the channel. These two. See what she's doing right now. She tanked on this trend line. Tighten up my trend line, you'll see the bearish retest came in really perfect right there. Put that back where it was so I won't be accused of moving my old price line. Not that I have been, but who tighten you up down here too? So you can take a measurement from these, but they don't always meet them. According to Thomas Bukowski, they go about, he says about 40. Man, I need to commit this to memory. I keep looking, I keep forgetting. Why do I keep forgetting? It's about halfway, I think, is what he says. Which is about right. I think it's about 4. It's not quite 50-50. It's not 50%. But it's right there toward the middle, which would make sense if that's true, that that measure move after you adjust it or put the multiplier to it. Well, he's at a good place. It was at a good place. Where she might be leveling out, so start looking for some higher highs and higher lows. Just if this is your thing, if this is your coin, because the trend may be a change in here. I'll have to keep an eye on it. It's very early. I like to look at things early. Man, on the 4 hour here, it's just now recovering the 200 moving average and on a bottoming out area here. Do we need to get the fib? Will the fib make you feel more comfortable? Well, do you have a need for the fib? Are you being fib reliant? Can you go a day without pulling your fib out? When you roll over at night, do you immediately think about your fib? Fibonacci almost not quite come down to, well, depends if I tighten you up maybe. Nope, didn't get it. Not quite to the 886, but she's hanging around the 786. That counts for us. It's close enough in horseshoes on this one. This is a good place for it to actually turn around. So we got that on our side, plus all the other bottoming stuff that we just possibly talked about. So Pyre, for anybody that's a bottom feeder willing to take a chance, then we got a new angle to our dangle to put on here, which kind of puts us in a bullish pattern of one of them megaphonies. I know it's crazy right now, right? But she's got some coming at $5.82, $5. She's probably going to have a little bit of a some 540 something. Yeah, she's going to throw a little bit of a fit. Go complain to the manager and all that. Be a big Karen for a while, but she's going to break through, and she's going to be going some places. Not chilling. I don't even have a big bag of this myself. I just like bottom pattern things. I'm just sharing ideas. My idea is if you find things on the bottom, you got the least amount of risk if you want to play those games. So if you find, you can control your risk a lot better. Tight stop losses, because they shouldn't get hit. And if they do get hit or come near it, this coin's probably in some bad shape, getting ready to do something bad. So it's pretty much the probability is more up than anything when you're down in these areas, which is what makes them so great. Look, just coming right back up to this little area we're talking about, that's a 7-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That's the kind of things that kind of get me excited when I look at charts for a trade. And my gosh, you are kind of are you over on Big Unix? Is that one up? I think I'm going to do that. I need to put something in over there. Let's see if I'm logged in. I'm not logged in. Alright, darn it. I'll make a note of that though. On this post-it note that I always forget about. It is being 1 hour. Striker says my Toshi's going up. You better get that checked out. Don't let it get infected. Ooh, baby. Go Toshi. Go Toshi. Make daddy happy. I'm going to get emotional. I'm going to cry. I'm just so proud of her. That little kitty cat just... Man, I know there's a billionaire out there that's really happy tonight. It's one that I saw in the interview that may put Toshi on my radar back before it turned into anything. And I wished I went harder. I've already moonbagged it. I'm just like, really? You still look that good? It's not huge. It's just like, imagine if I'm sure the billionaire is really, really smiling. Trying to pull it up my wallet, see if I'm happy or not. Oh, daddy happy? Daddy very happy. Daddy, why did daddy take profits too early? That is still, after me moonbagging it and everything, that is still multiples of what I bought it from. That's amazing. All right. Dang. So Toshi, she dropped down from there. 618, where she's fighting some resistance. Falling wedgie. Ain't nothing like a wedgie to get you motivated, even though she had a lackluster kind of not the greatest breakout. I don't like to see them come back and what the hell did you even retest? You did. You just lost it. Toshi on the cheap right there. Anybody that said, hey man, I'm getting in this meme coin is down in the low. Yeah, you guys have already 1.5x or at least 2x. Here on the 4 hour, you are getting the golden cross, the official buy signal on the 4 hour. Now, I interpret that as buy the next pullback. Don't just immediately jump in, but that's just how I learned to listen to it, because I've found through bot trading, but the bots don't do that. And when you have them programmed to trade on something like that, I mean, they buy it right when it happens. good or bad. I guess on this one it wouldn't have been too bad. It would have bought somewhere through, maybe all the way up through here or something. It probably would have triggered through here. Not horrible. So that's a buy signal, but now you got a chance for a pullback. Oh yeah, expect about a 0.5 on a fib, with the possibility to come down to a 618. That would be cool. So I've got mine. I'm just trading on the Dexes, so it makes it a little bit harder. So, and basically that's a retest of these tops over here, but it may not touch them, especially if you're doing that Elliott wave theory, because you know they look for a 1, 2, a 3, and a 4, and the 4 cannot touch that. So if you're thinking, I want to just put my buys right on top of that wick, you may not get hit because you know, you don't have to go all the way back there. This line's just right in the perfect little spot. The Fibonacci, the friend. Nice move. I like what I'm seeing out of Toshi. Go, baby. So you're trying to go higher is what you're trying to say, because you it's like you've just now started. 1, 2, whatever, 5. Where was 5? A, B, C. A, B. What is that? A, B, C. Damn it, I'm just going to turn this thing on. What is it? You count it. I don't like the way you think. I'm not counting it that way at all. At all, Mr. Fib. I'm not starting here. I'm starting here. All right, Elliot thinks he knows everything. A lot of times he knows more than I do about Elliott Wave. So 308 he thinks was the 5. Oh, we're going on an ABC correction. I think he's full of crap, but that's just me. We argue all the time. He don't always win either. So I'm seeing a uno, dos, a 3, a 4, and then a 5 possibility. And I guess we'll just have to wait and see who wins, but that makes more sense for us to reach this trend line than his idea does. So suck on that, Elliot. Yeah. You still owe me money from the last bet I won. Cheap ass indicator. Nice support resistance flip there if that holds. Toshi, will you make it up? Go up there to, what is that? 00068. Where are you at right now? 00055. It's that 6 area that I think she's trying to climb back up to that. Nice move for Toshi. Toshi. Making daddy happy. I got some Vara network. It's going to 5 cents, says Stringer. Maybe. Wow. Should have lost the major trend line. That looks like a stiletto. That looks like a stiletto heel. There's this thick ass white woman down here with a stiletto heel on. High heel shoe. Big old calves. Big old booty. She got camel toe. Look, that looks just like a camel toe right there. 1 camel toe, 2 camel toes right there. I can't draw a high heel shoe, but ooh, that one looks snazzy for Olive. It looks like she's regaining that 9 moving average on the 4 hour. Maybe she's getting ready to come back up and retest this area. Let's hope so, because the other direction just ain't pretty. Dang. Sam West says, is KDA is still a good coin? It has not been the mover and shaker that I had hoped for it to be, but I'm still hoping out for it that it will still recover these areas, man. So I've still got my bag. But I did expect more from it. But she's been up in these areas before, $7 and whatever, and we've been getting it around these. Well, I was trying to get around these nice little areas, 50 cents and whatnot through here. And she got up to 2. Man, that's a drop. Let's see. Can I just let's move it. Okay, she came down and touched our target, 77. I'm hoping that's our bottom area. If not 60 cents, and I don't want to see that again. But when they break out of these, there's always a chance to come back down and retest the breakout area, which that breakout area is 50 cents. I mean, that's just a probability in any breakout of a falling wedge pattern to do that. Nobody talks about that though. Thomas Bukowski's where I found out about it. So what goes up must come down. But that was a nice megaphone pattern. The good thing about these megaphone patterns is that when they break to the downside, they don't go very far. So I'm pretty sure that cross our fingers. This should be our local bottom where we can start reclaiming this 200 moving average. Let's go to the daily and see how it looks. Daily says, "Oh hell no, I'm ready to rotate." No, she's not saying that. Could happen, but man, I'd hate to see that we just had that death cross. Thum, thum, thum. We're not showing any signs of recovery yet on KDA. I still got my open trade on it and everything. So I need her to go up. I need her to start seeing some, at least up here at $1.20. Give me something on it, KDA. If you look at all that, we got a little trend line-ish. So we just gotta follow that little guy. And these falling channels break to the upside after they find a partial decline, and that's what we seem to be having right here is our partial decline. So the next move should be looking for a breakout. And then we got our little bottom and patterns, our little inverted head and shoulders and all that stuff that we'll have completed. So we're in a good spot, actually, I think. I'm looking forward to make a recovery here after a little, even though it may not be immediate. Let me throw this out there because there's some things here saying, I want to take you down a little bit. So the 77 cent area, 70, yeah. She's still on the radar. Don't get it twisted. She can still come down a little bit, but she should be regain the 9. The first sign is to recover the 9. Cryptophasia. Mochi. Let's take a look at it. Oh, it's 11-11. It's 11-11. This one goes to 11-11. If you believe in 11-11, type 11-11 in the chat repeatedly as best you can, because I think it brings a good angel. Look, I don't know. I'm just doing it, and it helps my chat rate a lot too. So it's a fun game. Let's do it. I'm just saying, have some fun. 11-11. Look, Road Dog's paying us for 11-11s. Yeah, they're straight. Ah! I want some of that 11-11. Oh, it's already 11-12. Game over. All right. It's like rubbing Buddha's belly or something. I don't know. Let's get some good vibrations. Hey, Mochi. Mochi looking good on the 4-hour. Mochi looking bitchin'. Golden Cross means, the way I interpret the Golden Cross is it's a buy signal, but not necessarily buy now. Buy the next pullback, which is what. This is why I say it, because sometimes you get a pullback after that buy signal. And that would have been a great place to buy. Monday morning quarterbacking. We got to pull back to 618. Yeah, it tells us that we can get some nice areas. I should just use my cheat bib, shouldn't I? And the one proper way. I don't know how bullish she gets here. Oh, got this one. Mostly looking at, I got 40, decimal 4 zeros and 3446 in that area. Or maybe up is 3758. So it looks like we've established possibly or near the trend. It's still got some more work it's got to do. We got to look at an actual breakout of this line, but it looks like we might be able to preemptively draw our new trend line here, and then now we can have an idea of what channel that we're in and kind of see those ideas, and then we can see how this might actually play out to where this would be the top over here, and how price could easily make it up to that target right there, or even up there. And if it does break out there and goes to that, that's be 30 to 45% gains on that. Just spot prices, no leverage involved. Nice. That's nice on the 4 hour. What do you got on the daily? What's it throwing on the daily? Daily got that big old thick Ichimoku cloud just begging for it to come in there and experience that chocolatey red goodness. Chocolate ain't red. Red velvet cake. Well, it's a technicality. That doesn't really count. So you got the nice little double building with a dangler in the middle. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry. And didn't close the door. It's got his dangler hanging right out there in front of everybody. That's all I can see now. It ruined the whole chart for me right there. Why did you go there? I don't want to see the dangler. No, I can't unsee the danglers now. I can't unsee it. It's okay. Maybe no. It's even worse. And I don't know what this is. I'm sorry. I can't do it anymore. Okay, this is better. We can't look at the bigger picture because it's freaking me out, but numbers should go up on Mochi. I think I'm traumatized. The dangler's got me. Crypto 420, can we look at Pew? There you go. Just kidding. Oh, he's such a smart ass. Oh, what we got? I don't think we made it to our stopping point yet. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Okay. Maybe we have. Maybe we have. Good sign we have. Of course, if we don't do that one, we know the next door in lines is 786. And oh, look, it magically lines up with this area over here, which would be resistance 2, and this candle top over here. The magic of Fibonacci. That's why I use Fibonacci. It saves me so much time. It's just got that magical goodness to it that I just depend on every day. I hereby declare myself a Fibonacci trader. Live and publicly. The Fibonacci secrets, the secrets of Fibonacci, which apparently lesser known than I expected. It's out there if you study and look in the right places. And I mean, if you go to, you don't have to just learn how to do TA on YouTube. I advise you to reach out and go to some traditional methods, historical methods that have been around for a long, long time, and look at some of those. This is not a new dog and pony show. This thing's been going on for a while, and it's just like learning from your grandpa. Yeah, sometimes the mode timers, they knew lots of secrets. These current, the newer guys just, I don't know, for some reason they just want to regurgitate what other YouTubers say, and it's kind of it's a redundant cycle, man. There's some stuff out there that you can learn and apply these charts that just not being talked about. Unless you hang around here, because I talk about it. Try not to do it on my major live streams unless they ask specifically. I do have the membership streams I did for people who I like to do that $3 a month membership. That's all it is. Or gift them. That's how it started. They started being gifted, and I thought, well, gosh, I got to start doing something for the members to have members. So now we have these little membership streams that are available for anybody to check out. And I did do one on Fibonacci, a masterclass. Showing some secrets you ain't gonna find anywhere. Nobody's talking about. Or you can just watch me and pick it up. I gotta say, when I was trading group, it was the things where I could watch, where I learned the most. Maybe everybody's learning style is not that way, but for those of you guys it is, and hey man, work for me, work for you too. Just hang around and learn it. Look, if I take this angle, apply it to places where it had that angle before, which also acted as support, magically she's technically could be acting as support here. It's just an idea to throw around. I kind of want to get under that candle body right there though. Just put it right there. Kind of throw that off. Just some ideas. But, you know, look here. So let's come right down to our little target. That's what I can kind of think she might be trying to do there. On Pew, so I see that she might be able to pull back to what, 41.8679. But ultimately, well, I must have switched time frames and got a different angle there. Falling wedgie, if you look at it in that perspective. And a good old wedgie will always give you a lift. Does me, just kind of, woo! So that'll light a little fire underneath you. Have you made a lower low? You did make a lower low, didn't you? You just I'll give these time. I love the wedges. One of my favorite patterns to trade. Just gotta wait for it. The basic method is to wait for the breakout, and that's the first thing you learn when you go into official traditional pattern trading is buy the breakout. And you notice market makers love that because they love to stop you out and then take the price off without you. So that sucks after a while. Then you get mad and look like Shirley Temple and go, I'm tired of being stopped out. I'm not going to buy the breakout anymore. I'm going to buy the bottoms. And then sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You figure out a little system. I did anyway. It kind of works more or less for me, but I started becoming more of a bottom feeder, and I like that. Let's go, baby. Hey man, do I have you up? Oh no, do not. Well, I don't have the news ready, so I haven't done that in a while because I keep forgetting. Mostly I've had it set up and then we never do cover the news. But I can cover my live trades, and this is the section that I call better than live trades. I'm just over here on CoinEx, but so now we got the account up to 57.45, and just check on me. My futures trades over here. I guess there's no reason to pull up a chart. Same chart you've been looking at, but it tells me we're up 129. I been stopped out and this and that because I didn't get my real bottom juicy entry. I add and take away is my strategy on this, and now we're back in profit and peeling off a little as we go. But I'm up 128 right now, and up on. I've also got a Bitcoin trade going on over here. Anyway, the real thing is this button right here that YouTubers can't read. I don't know. It's called P&L analysis. It's amazing. It just shows your whole profit and loss here. It's crazy. I know. It's just like it's like so. It's not hard to push. You just click it. That's all you got. You just put your mouse over and click it. I don't know why it's so hard, but anyway. You click that, and then it shows you your profit and loss, your good days and your bad days, because we all have some good days, we all have some bad days. And the more you kind of just admit, hey man, I did some stupid, or I didn't do some stupid, or that's where you really learn, is with all the stupid. So last 7 days we're there. How you do last 30 days? last 30 days we're up $1,200. So it's been ups and downs and ups and downs, and there's things I could have done better, and there's probably lots of things I could have done better looking back. But doing what you can when you can, do what you can do when you can do it. And today I'm at 174, and I need to see if I need to take some profit on that one. Just going over some, you know, keeps it reals on the shows. And that is our section, Better Than Life, where you can trade better than life. What does that even mean? Mr. Miles says, I went to the store and came back and the chart's full of ones. What'd I miss? There was a one quake. It was 111, so we were doing the typing in 111s because it was fun to do. Trying to get some of that good mojo going. But I thought buying bottles was only legal in Nevada. That's why I have a VPN, Mr. Miles. Yeah. Straight live from Vegas. QNT. Let's take a look. Oh, nice. On the 1 hour. What we got on the 4 hour? Come on, give me some bad news so I can shoot. No, looking at the daily here. Okay, nice. About on the daily, about to recover or trying to recover that non-moving average. First steps. Good. Did you bottom out down here, man? How far did you go? 89? I had some orders set at around 88 on my exchange. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. It's bittersweet what I'm about to say for QNT. Okay, I'm not excited about what I'm about to say either. I'm about to after the stream, I might just punch myself for what I'm about to say. This is going to be some major resistance, which is sad because it's only like, you know, from where we are currently, maybe around 115, 100. It's less than $120. We're going to have problems getting above that. That sucks. And that's just a realist thing I have to take into account. Our Michimoku cloud is nowhere near what I need to see to think that we're going to get a turnaround or a strong reversal right now. I mean, we're getting something, and we may be fine. This may be our bottom. I hope to gosh it is, but I'm not getting what I need to see that's saying we're going to go up. We've got the 100 that just crossed over the 200 on this daily. Now, here's the sweet thing I was saying. A lot of times when I see that, price will be coming up and sometimes even touch that 100 moving average, meaning that if you're in this and you find yourself underwater and you might get your head above water up through here somewhere and you're like, I don't want to swim in this lake for a while until it starts clearing out of all the sharks or whatever the hell is eating up and making all the value of this coin tank. If you want to, you know, you might be able to take a break from it as we get, you know, maybe a possible breakout coming here that'll get us up, but I don't expect us to get much further than wherever our 200 moving average is on the daily, and that's about like 111, 110 up to 115. That's what I'm seeing on this little guy. Now, if we get drug into a big Ichimoku cloud instead of riding beneath it so much, and we got some more signs, maybe there's something. There is, I will give you this. Now, looking at our other indicators, still, I don't like what the cloud's saying. I should say, I listen to the cloud when he gets like that because we just ain't listening. Now, the other ones are looking good though, so I don't want to discredit them. But there's some bullish divergence here on some of these things that indicate that this should actually be the reversal. This is regular bullish divergence. So we got our price action coming down, and our indicator here, our RSI, for that same period is actually angled to the upside right there. So that signifies this should be turning around here. So I like that. But that doesn't get us past the 112 area or through here where we're going to have a headache. So I see the signs that we're getting ready to do something. And depending on what you want to do when it gets up there, that's just all I'm saying. Maybe you'll hang in. I'm undecided at this point, but let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. Let's take some things into account here. Oh no, that didn't help. But we do have this to go by now. Let me see if we got anything that lines up with this. All right, let me come down to the 4 hour, a little bit of more of a local time frame here on QNT. So we're below the 200 moving average, and we have been on several coins, and that's just the rule that we need to look at on the 4 hour time frame, or any time frame. If you want to be on the bullish side of things, you need to see price above the 200 moving average. So in terms of bias, we're just, we're just taught to be automatically bearish if we're below a 200 moving average on whatever time frame. So the good thing is that she's got a chance to recover. She's above the 9s for steps I always look for. She was rejected off of here, lost the 9 moving average, and then it was just downhill ever since. Now we recovered it. And when we start recovering it, well, then we got a better chance. This was a bumpy ride, but sometimes you get a sweet ride where it's just like this, all above the 9. That's what we really like. So, but I'd say this one's probably going to be a bumpy ride. Just my take on it. QNT. You suck, QNT. I didn't say that. Yeah, you did. Through me. That's a skin for Binance USS. It's not the real CoinEx, because CoinEx is allowed for US residents by using VPNs, would be bypassing and restricting. What if you're an illegal alien? Because there's lots of those over here, right? Can't I be one of those? You heard that, YouTube. Oh! Be bypassing. Is Road Dog being slow to? Interesting. Road Dog just remembered something that he read on X just a few days ago, and things are clicking now. Thank you very much. All right. Don't want none of this. I forgot what country I was living in. Oh gosh darn it. I thought I was in a republic. Gosh darn it. Clearly, according to the news lately, we're not so much there anymore. Well, not the kind we started out with anyway. All right, guys. It is now 11:32. I've been on here for a little bit longer than an hour. Anybody want to look at it? If you're an illegal alien, you get to go. You get your 3K monthly check. Yeah. See, págame por favor. I don't think that's the language that you would hear. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I will be back. You're a pumpkin, Road Dog. Yeah, I'm turning into a pumpkin. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see how the market reacts. Take one last look at good old Bitcoin here. It's at 68.3. It's actually fallen a little bit. In the last little bit. No, she's actually okay. It's not terrible. don't know if she'll come back to 68.45 or not, or if she'll just start taking off. Did she get a new trend? May have got a new trend started right here on Bitcoin. So looking nice for that. Still total 3. Got to see a bounce here, baby. We need to see a bounce. That looks on the 6 minute, for God's sakes. What is that? That doesn't count for tomorrow for nothing. All right, so we got to trade a little bit carefully. Be back again tomorrow. Maybe doing something during the daytime. I don't know. Keep your eyes open. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. God bless you. On the Lord's Day. Keep God in your life.
Come on, come here, boy. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth, was gonna let you go. You was fine.
Oh, look, you're being very supportive right now. Hey, there's Chris. Crispy Chicken, what's up?
In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Secrets you was really was but your
Good night, John boy.
basic